What's up, YouTube? Let's go ahead and get our third matchup for the rematch series for the sports festival. Post all for one fight. But, just like the first one, we gotta go over some rules. So, rule number one, no equipment. That means any support gear, anything that requires them to have it on for extra damage or anything like that. Rule number two, all feats are going to be up to the all for one final fight. I don't have any feats for post time skip, so I'm just not going to use them. Rule number three, matchups are exactly the same as the first one, the exact same fights that happened in season 2. Rule number four, protection for bystanders. I want an invisible wall that allows nothing to get through so that the contestants can go all out without having to worry about the bystanders getting hurt. Rule number five, same time, same weather as the first time. That way there's no discrepancies for rain or weather or anything like that. Same exact weather. Rule number six, I say no ring outs. With that, it's just wild because of how explosive and potent that a lot of the quirks have gotten since their first time fighting. I just feel like most of them would cheat this rule anyway, like flying or freezing the ground, etc. So we're just not going to use it. I'm probably going to just do this last one for the major fights, but don't worry, I have more coming with the rest of your favorite characters from the sports festival, and I'll do a quick lightning round of who wins from their war art counterparts. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because today's matchup, I want to do the best feats that happened up to the final blow on All for One. And that'll make more sense in a second, because today we're doing Deku versus Shoto. If you want to see Shoto's best feats, I did in the last video, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch it. I'll leave a link right here so you can see it if you want to. But you ain't really got to, you can watch it after this one. So since we went over Shoto's feats in the last video, we're probably going to start with Deku this time. And I definitely got my work cut out for me because he has a lot of quirks. And I think that's what we should start first, and I'm probably going to do it in the order that we see him use them from the anime. Starting with the big one you all know, One for All. It's a stockpile quirk that builds up raw strength, speed, and durability through the users. The second one is Black Whip. Little black tendrils of energy he uses to grapple and use it for mobility to pull himself and restrain things like people or even his broken limbs. The third one we see him use is Float, where he floats. Fourth is Danger Sense. It's basically Spider Sense. He can detect threats from his surrounding area. Fifth is Smokescreen. He produces a smokescreen. Not really creative with these. A thick cloud that, it's very hard to see through. The sixth is Fajing. He can store kinetic energy through movement and release it for quick bursts of speed and strength. The seventh is Gear Shift. He can change the speed or inertia of an object or himself and basically bypass physics to accelerate his attacks or completely immobilize someone from dodging them. Quirks aside, I'd argue that Deku's best ability in his battle is IQ. He's shown time and time again that he can analyze and find weaknesses pretty quickly, just like Bakugo. I'd argue better. And once he finds your weakness, it's just a matter of time before he exploits it. But if we sat here and went over all of Deku's best feats, this video would be an hour long. So I'm going to use his best speed, strength, durability, and best quirk combinations to determine where he stands. Starting with his strength, the best one I've seen for him is his final strike, where he parts the clouds with his final smash. This is technically a weather manipulation feat, where his punch was strong enough to affect said weather, not by making rain kind of weather manipulation, but this uppercut puts him around large country to continental AP. As for speed, travel speed anyway, he's around Mach 6,700, but the best combat speed feat I can come up with is him blitzing All for One Shig, who can catch actual lasers. So I'd say he's at least FTL, but if I'm off with this, his gear shift allows him to keep you from moving. So if he hits you with this, you're not dodging anyway. Next is his durability. Same with All for One Shig. He can tank attacks from him, and his AP is compared to 100% All Might. Shigaraki, by the way, which is, if you lowball, city level. And on the high end, country level, threats of AP. But that's about it for the feats for Deku. But let's see how Shoto compares. Shoto's quirk is half hot, half cold. On his right side, he can create ice. On his left, he generates fire. The weakness is, if he uses one side too long, he gets drawbacks that can actually hurt him. If he uses fire too long, he can overheat like his dad. And if he overuses his ice, he gets frostbite. I don't know if his mom does or not. Let me know in the comments if he does. But it doesn't matter. Shoto spent the entire show mastering this quirk and crafting the perfect balance called Frostverb, which allows him to make cold flames. Don't ask me how that works. He has Flash Fire Fist that can rival his father's best move, Prominence Burn, but I don't think it's as strong. Shoto tends to lean towards using his heat to empower his ice moves, such as his Flash Freeze. As for strength, it's stated his flames are compared to his father's, but without ever seeing anything to back that up, I don't feel comfortable using that. And to make it worse, towards the later half of the show, Shoto mainly focused most of his moves on restraining and to counter his brother's flames. So I guess I'd have to go on a low ball of Endeavor's AP for his top AP, sadly. If the Prominence Burn that took out Hood is considered country level, you could highball it to that, but I'd say Shoto comfortably sits around that city level AP. As for speed, he was able to react to Dabi, who was a lot faster than you might think. And Dabi is around Hypersonic to Hypersonic Plus. I don't know how, but without crusting and falling apart. But yeah, Shoto is relative to him, so he sits around there. And lastly, it's his durability. It's going to sound insane, but if he already is stated that he's near Endeavor's AP, which is country level, and Dabi is stronger than him, Shoto is about taking a beating from Dabi for the first half of that whole fight. I can't argue. Shoto has country level AP and durability. I know it sounds dumb coming out of my mouth, but it's right there. So, with both sides stats laid out, who I think will win, it's Deku. We all knew Deku is what it is. But if you still need a reason why Deku is going to win this, he's already well aware of Shoto's close combat weakness. And if Deku just wasn't trying to help Shoto in there for the first fight, he would have took out the advantage of this the first time they fought. And it's not up to discussion. Deku is way faster than anything Shoto has ever come across. Most of his speed feats, he needs help. So no, he is not dodging anything that Deku is throwing. Not to mention Shoto would probably go for the floor freeze, but Deku's float would just outright counter that. And I think you see where this is going. Deku slams in all categories. And that's it for the fight, really. I hope you enjoyed it. If you think I got anything wrong or forgot to point out anything, let me know, please, in the comments. Now that's it for the video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I got way more coming your way. Thank you all for watching. WannabeAnime.